True Americans. This is True Texan here, and here's a bit of an update on the Green New Deal. They went through with the vote, and zero people voted on it. Okay, zero said yes. It was zero, and everyone else said no. Well, I'm sorry. All the Republicans said no. Democrats didn't even vote on it. They just said they voted present, meaning they didn't vote yes or no. So I mean, no yeses, a whole bunch of no answers, and then the majority said no. The Green New Deal was just smacked down. And then the whole reasoning for them not answering is ridiculous. They're saying that this was a stunt and they didn't really want to have a debate. Well, really? They just offered to vote on this. This was a vote. And instead of, this whole thing where you're defending the Green New Deal and talking about the environment and you want to pass laws to help the world, you just sit there and go, I'm not voting. Really? No. The Democrats didn't vote because, alright, this is this whole thing. The reason why the Republicans said, okay, let's vote on it, let's all vote on it, presents, especially whenever it's the minority party, which in the Senate they're the minority. So they present it, and then the Republicans can turn it down, and then they have a debate on whether or not to vote on it and whether or not it's good. If they agree to, okay, fine, let's vote on it, there really doesn't need to be a debate on whether or not you need to vote on it because you're voting on it. Democrats didn't vote on it because they said there wasn't a debate. Isn't that just a waste of time? Republicans decided to let's vote on it because they knew the Democrats had cold feet on this. And they were right. Democrats, no one was willing to say yes. But no one didn't want to say no because they want to appeal to their base. But they don't want to say yes because they know it's stupid. The Green New Deal. They know it'll bankrupt America. They know it's impossible. It will turn America into Venezuela. So they're just saying no. They're not going to vote. And so there was no yes. Green New Deal was smacked down. There's this was AOC's Green New Deal. This was Alexandria. This is what she wanted. This was her idea. And it didn't even stand a chance. Now, everyone remembers what was in the Green New Deal. Okay. Well, everyone who read about it. And then, so now the Democrats are trying to play the victim on how dare you try to vote this? How dare you try to put this to a vote? Whatever. They're over here trying to. One of the Republicans, it was something Lee, did something golden. He went into. He was all in all serious mode, in all serious tone, all serious, all the time. He talked about, first, he said, we need to take the Green New Deal as seriously as it deserves. And then he brought out a picture of Reagan on a dinosaur holding a machine gun. And it was hilarious. He pulled out a picture of Luke Skywalker on a tauntaun. He pulled out Aquaman riding a seahorse. It's like the Reagan thing. The Reagan communism as the Green New Deal does with climate change. And then he goes, which is true, it had barely anything to do with climate change. It was about power and socialism, but And then there's the, what was the second one? The Tauntaun. Yeah, and that's how people are gonna travel in Alaska. And then they took Aquaman. This is how Hawaii will travel to America and in the mainland America, and we will travel to Hawaii. The ginormous seahorse that Aquaman rode, and it was golden. And this has people on the left trying to defend the Green New Deal. They can't defend the Green New Deal. They can't use facts because it's not on their side. And they've spread lie after lie after lie that they're obvi. You look at the Twitter, you look at TYT, you look at all these different leftists. They're literally they're actually triggered. They don't like the fact that they brought that up. They're just attacking the jokes. They're not trying to defend the Green New Deal with facts anymore. They're just attacking jokes at this point, saying that, oh, that was inappropriate. Oh, that blah blah blah. And then TYT just is all TYT off, trying to act like they were the ridiculous ones, trying to act like and they're, you watch the video and you're just laughing as they're trying to process and trying to turn jokes around upside down, and it's just failing. And then there's Alexandria Ocasio Cortez's speech. They call it riveting. They call it wonderful, amazing. No, she's over here. Children are dying. Okay, people are dying. People are dying from illegal immigration that you don't want to do anything about. People are dying from the illegal immigration. People are dying from in Chicago with the strict gun laws. Yet you think you want to ban more guns. People are dying in Europe from mass terror, mass stabbings. People are being mass raped there. And you're just over here thinking we should use their model. You're talking about people are dying? People are dying right now, not in your made up future. Yes, I understand. Climate change is real. Okay? But humans are not a major part of it. And we're not gonna reach a point of no return. We're not gonna, what was that quote Alexandria Ocasio Cortez said? Or the world's literally gonna end in 12 years. This is our World War II. But you had to change it up to, oh, that's not what we meant. Okay, well, climate change, yes, the climate changes. I mean, there was a point in time when the Earth was completely covered in ice. I wonder how it got out of the Ice Age and got to where it is now. Was it the factories that the woolly mammoths built? Oh, they didn't have any factories. Climate change is natural. We can't not stop it. Okay? Climate change is natural. The majority of it is not from humans. In America, if we destroy, it'd be useless for America to do anything. America ends up, we do everything and we get our let's say we do the impossible and our net carbon output is 0. We would have done nothing, not even to the human factor, let alone the big major factor all over the world that's natural. The biggest human contributors to climate change is China and India. Those two countries. Not even all of China or all of India. Like this circle where they're like connected around there's just a small part of India, you get a small part of China, you put them together, and it's more people than the rest of the world, basically. Partially because they have a bigger population. Well, you know what? If their contribution in that area is so big to the human factor that even if America does everything, we go to net zero, it does nothing to even the human factor. Yeah, if America, we get ours, and there's nothing to even the human factor. There is no point, nada, no point at all for us to do this. It will just destroy America. You get America bankrupt. People will be suffering. Everyone will be suffering. There will be no middle class because everyone will be in the lower class. Everyone, we will all be equal. You know what? Yeah, at least we'll be equal because we'll be all starving. We'll all have like horrible health care. There will be like almost no doctors, and all the hospitals will be falling apart. Yay! Okay. This is nonsense. I mean, that's the science part. Just no saving the world. We humans can't do anything to it. In fact, the more we interfere, the more harm we do. The more we let things go about their natural course, the better things go. The free market has done more to help the earth than any government, than any governmental program, than any socialist program, than any of that. The free market has done more for. The free market has in 1 year than I think any country has been able to do ever. Okay, we need to keep it that way. The free market is the best bet. Okay, I still don't think the world can be saved, but the free market, that's the best bet. It's not just, and that's the science. That's the science. I haven't even touched the Bible, where the Bible kind of agrees with the science that the earth can't be saved. The Bible goes, there's the science of it, here's the Bible part as well. If you want to talk about, oh, you're anti-Christian, yeah, blah, blah. Okay, the Bible says this is a fallen world. Whenever Jesus comes down, we're not saving this planet. We're all going to heaven, and then there's going to be a second Earth. This planet's going to be destroyed. There will be no more. This planet will be no more when God is done with it. Whenever the war between the angels and demons, that's all done. So there's the science part and there's the Bible part. The Bible says this is a fallen world. We can't save this world. This world is filled with sin. Okay? The Bible says no. The science says no. I'm not being anti-science, and I'm not being anti-Christian. So people who say that, the science has been against all these people. Yes, climate change. I understand. Climate change is real. Yada yada. But how many times have y'all predicted that, oh, the planet's about to end? Oh, the planet. Oh, Florida's going to be underwater. California's going to fall into the ocean. Oh, by what was it, 2013? There's supposed to be no more ice on the poles. There's supposed to be no more polar ice. Well, places like Greenland have recently have experienced no change other than natural less ice and more ice from the seasons. And I think there's a time where they're able to measure more polar ice than the previous year. The Great Lakes that were supposed to be dried up by now, well, they're record-breaking highs. We're supposed to be losing water. Well, we're getting more water. The Great Lakes were supposed to be gone. We're getting more water. We have too much water in the Great Lakes. We're exporting away from the Great Lakes to Texas, Louisiana, to where they don't go back into Great Lakes. Millions of gallons or something like that. And there's still more water, and it's record-breaking. Okay? You can't be all, You're against the science. You're anti-science. I'm pro-science. The science is on my side. When you using your fake science, I'm gonna call it fake science. Yeah, you go. It's based on trends. Okay. Well, I don't care what it's based on or anything. Y'all have been wrong with every single prediction. All of them. And you expect me to believe that this time y'all are right? You expect me, oh, we were wrong about all of this, but this is based on trends, okay? So we are definitely right this time. Yeah. Don't worry about the other times. We're right this time. You expect that this is why you have so much people pushing up back against y'all. Because people are even look, yes, I understand climate change is real. The climate changes. You can't stop that. You can't stop that. Well, you know what? If this is why, even though yes, climate change is real, the reason why you have more and more people just going so extreme that they're saying, you know what, climate isn't changing at all. Well, y'all idiots are on the other extreme, saying that the world's gonna end in a few decades. We're about to be underwater. We're all this, and y'all are wrong over and over and over again. And with these extremist predictions that y'all are wrong over and over again, and in your extremist solutions, well, as I say, extremism breeds extremism. Okay? So guess what happens when you go to that far extreme? You get some just the exact opposite of the extreme. Except I don't mind that's extreme as much, okay? Because at least they aren't trying to tell me how to live my life. Friends, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Live your life the way you preach. You sit there, you grab plastic bags. No, this is another video. I'm gonna do another video on this. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the hypocrite is gonna be next. Fine. I won't call you Ocasio, even though that's what most people. That's alright.